Right, guys, just a quick video to let you know where we're at so far. I was hoping to have started my Accutane course by now, but availability is extremely short. I've tried various options, and it was practically coming down to the only option would have been for me to beg and plead and throw myself on the mercy of the GP surgery, which probably wouldn't have ended up in the result I wanted. But thanks to a top bloke that I know and I trust, he's been able to get a contact where I've been able to hopefully get the remainder of the amount I need for a 6-month course. Done further research on usage of Accutane. The main kind of advice that I've taken on board is that it's a marathon, not a sprint. So obviously, it's a fairly low dosage for over a very prolonged period of time. I mean, my main kind of idea would be to do a 20 mig or milligram dose a day for 6 months or maybe even longer. But I will keep an eye out, and after 2 months, if there's no noticeable kind of change in any way, negative or positive, then I will up that to 40, and I'll just coast at 40 then. The main things are as well to stay very hydrated. So I drink about 5 to 6 liters of water a day. I'll probably add at least another half to probably another liter a day, just to ensure that the dehydration effect within your joints and your muscles is kind of recompensated. And also, because it is fairly toxic medication, it'll also help the kind of passage through your liver and your kidneys. The other thing is lip seal. You will noticeably find that your lips will dry, they will crack, they will become susceptible to damage, possibly other dry spots on the rest of your skin, but it's basically a very individual thing. But the lips problems seem to be quite universal with a lot of people. So be applying lip seal, multiple times a day, especially before bed. And the other things is just make sure that people around you are aware of what you're doing. This medication has had studies show that it may have slight issues with depression and so on. So, if you're a bit of a depressive person before using the medication, or if you've got any issues that are, making you feel not yourself or down, then I really do suggest maybe going to see your GP or a specialist in terms of skin health, just so that they can, monitor you a lot closely, or perhaps give you other benefits or options that may not be as severe as Accutane. So yeah, just make sure people around you are aware that you're doing it, and if they spot differences in you, you've got to listen to those people. They will have a lot better kind of visual sight of how you are than you will have of yourself. So yeah, that's where we're at. Hopefully in the next week or so I'll have the remainder of my supply, because another thing I've been told is that under no circumstances, miss a dose or miss a couple of days or whatever. It's something you have to do every day. You have to be on top of it, and you have to make sure that the cycle is unbroken. And also any inflamed spots, because it has had essentially what it does is it dries the oils from underneath your skin, and it does restrict and close certain pores. And by doing that, say if you've got existing spots or existing skin issues, what it can do is it can reduce the size of the pore, trapping that substance there, and it can become a bit more inflamed, a bit more angry. And the main thing is, do not squeeze or do not, try and force that spot to expel. Just bear with it. I know it can be painful. I know it can be a bit messy if they just decide to go on their own. But don't try and assist it yourself. Just let the medication do its job, do its work, and it'll soon pass. So I will be doing videos in relation to my usage of Accutane at different intervals. I think I'll probably do it on a weekly basis or a 2-weekly basis, just to give a highlighted view of the usage of it and potential problems or whatever. So yeah, that's where we're at. If anyone's interested, by the way, the top I'm wearing, Aspirations Fitness. It's basically part of the company that a very good friend of mine has, Mr. Richard Cheney, has a lot of available options in terms of the fitness industry, also clothing. As you can see, this is one of the things he offers, which is archery tag. So if you like the thought of shooting your friends with a bow and arrow, obviously without killing them, it's awesome, guys. Seriously, if you are even remotely interested in something that's slightly exciting and energetic and that, really look into it. He also offers boot camp facilities. He also has a dry and muddy assault course, which is pretty good fun. Yeah, he's got tons of stuff, guys. Really check it out if you fancy an adventure day or just something different or whatever. The prices are very reasonable, and Richard himself and also the staff, which I do help out there now and again. We really help you guys have an awesome time. So check it out, guys. Really is a good facility. But apart from that, yeah, that's where we're at with Accutane. And as soon as anything more develops, I will let you guys know. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys.